Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, July 23rd, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice right now that the ES continues to honor the PEMA trigger zone here. That is the bullish PEMA trigger zone in an uptrending market. Every time price pulls back into that zone, that offers an opportunity to buy it for a shot at new highs. And right now, while price has stayed in here and has struggled over the last 4 days, you're still seeing price honor that level and bounce. At the moment, price continues to hold above the 2960 level, which is the big time level here that we continue to watch. If price can continue to hold above that level, there's a shot to continue to push higher. A failure to hold that level rotates price down across this range and perhaps even through recent lows. So again, that's the major pivot to watch right there, key LVN. For right now, we are going sideways to up, and at the moment we are seeing strength. So again, this is going to be very important as price tests 3,000 right at this moment. If price can continue to find acceptance at these levels, we could see another shot at new highs. Failure to hold above the recent 30-10 zone could be another indication that we could be headed lower within the intraday or rather the 5-day trading range here that is developed over the last week. If we take a look at the NQ right now, you'll notice very similar price action here. Another bounce out of the PEMA trigger zone over the last day. Price is now pushing higher. It is holding the 7,800 level and especially that 7,740 CLVN, and price continues to remain within that bullish uptrend. Overall, this market remains quite resilient still as we head into next week's FOMC meeting and the next key level for the FOMC that we will get on July 31st. So we have another week or so for that to come out. So we could be range bound until that event with an upward bias until proven otherwise. So right now, bouncing out of this PEMA trigger zone is bullish, but continue to watch these recent highs here, because if there's a failure to hold, say, the 7980 level or 8,000 in general, that could rotate prices back down within the current 1 month range. Alright, looking at crude oil. Again, we noticed yesterday that crude oil was forming a failed high pattern. This failed high, where price pushes above the previous high and then fails back down, that is very bearish within a downtrending market. In a downtrending market, that's what you look for signs of further weakness. For example, when price was trading down here, it pushed up, and right here was a failed high, and that led to the next continuation down. At the moment, we have a very narrow 4-day range. That 4-day range is very important. Today we have the API crude oil stock number that comes out later on this afternoon, and that has usually triggered movement in after hours trading. So that's something that usually precedes the CL inventories report, which will be on Wednesday. So again, that's going to be something to watch later on today. If you look at a 4-day range right now, we're trading 64% of average. We have a magenta bar right there, and that tells us things are coiled up. The last time we had that was here on that 4-day range, and we saw expansion. We saw it here as well on that 4-day range, and we saw a downward expansion followed by a reversal back up. So we're in that same type of coil right now. So I don't want to be too bearish here and say that we have to go down, because that 55 CLVN continues to remain intact, and if there's any push down with a failure, we could bounce right back up and continue to develop this expanding range. That was the initial idea to begin with, that if we can hold 55s, we likely rotate back up and take out those recent highs and continue to develop this expanding range somewhere between 61 and 62. So we continue to see price hold the 55s. This thing is, anytime we have that type of compression signal here, we know what it can do. So again, we could be looking at a very nice breakout opportunity down the road. Lastly, taking a look at gold futures. This one has been very bullish as well. You can notice how every time price has gotten into the PEMA trigger zone, it has bounced out of that zone. We're seeing that yet again right now, where prices reach the 14.15 zone. That's the current low, 14.60. We're seeing a little bit of a reversal off the lows, a 3-point reversal in the 15-minute chart, where we have like a head and shoulder type of pattern at those lows, and now we're seeing some strength. So this type of price action here in this uptrend suggests that we could see another push to new highs right now. over the next 1 to 3 days. So this is looking very bullish yet again. If there's a failure to hold, say 14.15, perhaps that could rotate price down back toward the CLVN. But as I mentioned before, we're not likely to see that price action. We have not seen a low taken out in this uptrend. It's all been higher low after higher low, and this market continues to remain quite bullish and resilient. So overall, we could be looking at yet another rally ahead as this thing sets up with another bullish opportunity inside that PEMA trigger zone. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.